Over the course of 2025, I've asked my community, what manga should I be buying? Thousands voted, and I've distilled it all down into this video where I've purchased some of the top votes. Before we get started, make sure we're liking the video. It really does help support this channel and lets me know that you're watching. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button so you know when I upload next. Okay, and with that being said, welcome to today's manga haul. Also, I'm actually so curious, what was the first manga you guys ever read? Let me know. Please, as many people that can answer as possible. This would be so interesting to find out. I don't think I've asked this before, and if I have, it's been quite a while since I've done this. Let's go into the packaging. Oh man. This is also a double win scenario because we get to support a smaller manga seller by the name of MangaMart. And I'm sure if you've been watching any other manga creators here on YouTube, you've probably heard of them before. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's some right here, there's some right here. I think the first four will go with this, and this is special. Let me tell you why. I'm sure you've been noticing this small revamp that I've been doing on the channel, more uploads. I wanna push myself this year and next year to do dedicated videos as well. I think it'll help me digest my own thoughts and feelings on a series, and it'll open up the avenue towards really good conversations on the individual series that we can talk about. And one of the first ones I'm going to be doing, obviously the first one is Delicious in Dungeon. The second one I'm going to be doing actually is this one, because just like you guys, this has been an absolute joy to read. Easily one of my current favorite ongoing series, and now I have every volume that's out. I've had volume 1 for a while, so I actually bought this one myself. This was in my last collection video. A giant collection video. Oh my goodness, I recommend checking it out, especially if you're new around here. It might be a great way for you to get to know me. But now over at MangaMart, I was able to get the rest of the series physically. Okay, so that's volume 2 of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, volume 3 of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, and volume 4, which is the latest volume of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. And I believe someone fact checked me on this one. In fact, editor Boogie, please. When is volume 5 coming out? I believe it's coming out in the summer before my birthday. First of all, it's put out by Square Enix Manga, and it retails for $12.99. Once again, if you get it over at MangaMart, you might be able to get it a little cheaper. Without saying too much, this is a romance series. Okay, so if you're not into like slice of life, slow burn romance, this might not be the one for you, but let me push you to get a little outside of your comfort zone because this is done so incredibly well, and I believe there'll be a lot of really interesting connections you might be able to make with this series. Some of you might not know, I smoked cigarettes for years. Absolute years, and this is oddly a, I don't wanna say it was a challenge to read because I quit cold turkey. I haven't touched a cigarette in years. But this is almost like a pro smoking, even Michelle read this, and that will be in the video as well. We're gonna be like interviewing Michelle, reading as well and get her perspective on it. She was like, I almost wanna try a cigarette. And I was like, no, we're not going down that path. It's definitely pro smoking. All right, I mean, it's in the title, right? Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, but it actually addresses some really cool, realistic ways that people struggle with smoking, because I managed to quit cold turkey, but like on the 10th try. It was very difficult to do. I got it, the green manga. And you probably already know what I'm talking about. Just by me saying the green manga. There's a couple of you guys that are like, yeah, he finally got, yeah, I did. I caved and I got it and I read it and it's great and it's so good. So let's talk about, oh, this title always gets me. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all. Volume 1, Volume 2. This is put out by Yen Press and they retail for $20. However, if you guys are following me on Instagram or TikTok, I will link both down below. I'm trying to be a lot more active on those platforms, so all the support would be very much appreciated. No pressure though, of course. I do weekly or bi-weekly sale reports where you guys can find out where there's manga sales that are happening. These were just on sale. I've seen them go as low as like 13 bucks before, and there's a lot to love about the guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all. First of all, it's so adorable. The art is absolutely fantastic, and it covers rock and roll, man. It covers a genre of music that I'm hyper passionate about and have been in cover bands with. learned a bunch of songs. My parents grew up playing rock and roll at the house. Who remembers the old rock and roll neon sign I had in my first manga collection on the channel way back when? Who remembers? Who has been watching for that long? I think this has a very first strong few chapters, enough to really hook you in, with a lot of really cool IRL references to bands like Foo Fighters, Bon Jovi, and the likes of that. Overall, it was a really solid release, and I think an anime would go so hard for this. All right, I remember when I first started this channel, over and over and over again, I've been getting one manga that for some reason a lot of you guys are like, Boogie, how can you not own this one already? I want you to guess what this manga could be. One that is so iconic that it is arguably in every beginner-friendly manga video you've probably ever seen. It's a household anime that we all know, that some people really, really, really like still to this day. In fact, the manga sales are still pretty awesome still to this day. I got the black edition, finally. I could finally add to this collection through all of your votes. And Michelle kind of was like, if you haven't read it by now, you really need to read it. Because I didn't know the ending was different than the anime. I didn't know. I even learned L's theme on the guitar at one point. I love the music. I've seen the anime multiple times. I didn't know it was a different ending, bro. I didn't know. No one told me. Literally, no one told me. Anyways, I digress. Finally, you guys, I can add Death Note the Black Edition. Contains volumes 1 and 2. Put out by Viz, and it's $19.99 full retail price. What are your thoughts and opinions on Death Note? Let me know down below. Now, before we go any further, I do want to talk about MangaMart for a second, because this whole experience and working with them and the whole 9 yards has been absolutely phenomenal. First of all, the packaging. You saw how much packing stuff they put in this. The manga arrived perfect. It was honestly great. It really was reminiscent of another certain brand that is no longer with us, unfortunately. I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about. The love and care in the packaging that I saw, absolutely phenomenal. If this is the first time you're meeting me or the first manga video that you've ever seen, first of all, hi, welcome to the hobby. MangaMart is an online retail shop that you can buy manga at. They offer manga at a minimum of 20% off of the retail price every day, and pre-orders are 25% off. And box sets are discounted by at least 30%. That's amazing. That's so good. Customers outside of Texas don't have to pay sales tax when shopping with MangaMart. I don't even know how y'all are making money. Like that's so consumer friendly. They also do the similar deal where orders over $100, it's free shipping, except for box sets. I'm sure you're aware of that. And of course, links to all of this will be down below in the description box. Seriously, small business, we love supporting them. They're trying to make manga as affordable as possible in an era where prices are going up. I love to see it, and I love folks, and I should say this more, I like seeing people going to chase their dream. I know selling manga, working in a bookstore, opening up a cafe bookstore, something like that is a lot of our dreams. And some of us actually go and try it. And it's hard. It's so gosh darn difficult, especially as a small business having to compete with the likes of Amazon and other big name companies, right? So share the love. Go support another small business. They're great. Honestly, truly, I'm impressed, boys. Okay, I picked up Dan. 3 volumes of freaking Dan, dude. Finally, dude. So here is volume 1, volume 2, and 3. Now, this might be surprising to you guys. I haven't even watched the anime for Dan. I've been saving it. So it looks like I have a solid start here ahead of me with the first 3 volumes, and I know by overwhelmingly, it had the popular vote, basically. Basically, there was so many of you guys are like, I can't believe you haven't read Dan yet. So yes, we have the first 3 volumes here. Let me know what I should expect going into it. I know, Michelle and I are saving, we're gonna watch it together, but now I have a very solid head start. I have the first 3 volumes. I don't even know how many are out yet. Can someone let me know how many volumes are out? Next is volumes 2 and 3 of a series that is one of my personal favorites, and I love seeing you guys talk about this one, because this was a physical release that I thought we would never get. Truly, I thought we would never see this, but a really cool publisher picked it up, and the release is very slow. so slow, but this is one of my all-time favorite series, and I love seeing you guys talk about it. Oh my goodness. So please let me know your thoughts and opinions on March Comes In Like a Lion. These are put out by Denpa, and they retail for around $13. Now, I mentioned they do have a very slow release schedule. However, the physical volumes, the quality of them are impeccable. Like, as a paperback junkie, if you didn't know this about me, now you do, I much prefer paperback over hardcover. I just find it much more comfortable to read. I like the aesthetics of paperbacks. I like being able to just throw it in my backpack and just like, everything that comes with being a paperback, I'm sort of pro that versus hardcovers, okay? Now, I still own hardcovers, okay? Look, there's still hardcovers in my collection. There definitely is, but I'm just more of a paperback guy. It deals with a child prodigy shogi player. However, it is a very dark past that he has, and he's having to deal with a lot of emotions, and shogi itself is incredibly unstable, and there's a lot of pressure on being a young man in that space as well. Acceptance of oneself, figuring out your future and identity as you grow up, dealing with love. Yes, there is love in this one. I think a great place to start is the anime. There's quite a few episodes out. It's like a really long first season. And then I think the anime is still ahead of where the manga is right now, at least the official release. So a great place to start would be the anime, and I think it's on Crunchyroll. Someone can fact check that. I've watched it twice on Crunchyroll, but I don't know if they removed it. All right, a few series that I really push on this channel. Ones that I think really deserve a lot more spotlight than what they get, okay? And we've covered 2 of them so far. We've covered Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you, and now I get to talk about March Comes In Like a Lion. It's so, so, so good. From the art, to the storytelling, to the lessons in here, to the relatability, to the characters, to the character development. Sometimes it's painful to read, honestly, but it's really good. What else is in here? Oh, they gave me a sticker. Look at this. Hold on. They give you a cute little MangaMart sticker. That's adorable. What is in here? Oh my God, that's right. Oh my God. Oh, I get to talk about this one. This series is a sleeper in the manga community. We don't realize how many of us actually read this manga. We all play the games, for the most part, right? We've all been playing the games since we were a kid, especially if you're a millennial in here. We've all been playing the games, right? And I have a feeling a few of you already know where this is going. This is actually a massive series, and it was very much upvoted by you guys. I took a little bit of an executive decision on this one because it wasn't the most upvoted series. However, I figured if I have a tattoo of the series, I should have some of the manga by now. So, and for those of you that don't know, I do have a Pokemon tattoo, and spoiler alert, I finally have the first omnibus for the Pokemon adventures. This is huge for me. I've heard that the Pokemon manga is actually a lot darker than the initial anime, which I've also been watching all of the anime. I started from episode 1. When was the last time you watched episode 1? And I'm watching it in Japanese. This is the Pokemon Adventures, the collector's edition, put out by Viz Media, and it retails for $19.99, so about 20 bucks. This is a paperback, and you can find it everywhere. It is like in all of the big retail stores. It's on MangaMart. It's everywhere. I figured we'll start this era on the channel, and maybe we can do ARC reviews, if that's something that you'd be interested in. Also, for those of you that didn't know, the collector's edition, this is 3-in-1. These are 3-in-1 volumes. Paperback, love that. Also, speaking about Pokemon, I actually have been playing Pokemon Scarlet. I've been replaying the game over on Twitch. If you don't know, I stream a lot, both on Twitch and here on YouTube. Come join us, come stop by and say hi. And the entire month of July, we are going hard on streaming leading up to my birthday with cooking streams with Michelle, gaming with Michelle, IRL streams, manga shopping with me, you name it, plus gaming. Okay, last but not least, I was able to get volume 2 to continue the collection of Initial D. This is put out by Kodansha, and it retails for $22.99. Initial D is the quintessential racing series of anime and manga. You guys have probably heard of it. I actually even have some of the older volumes myself, and fun fact, they even used to come, some of the volumes used to come with trading cards in them. Now, while these lack the cool trading card aspect of it and the single volume format of it, as these are obviously omnibuses, these are fresh, brand new. You don't have to pay like random, out of print pricing for them on eBay or anything like that. So these reprints are a godsend. So good, fully support. And I wish more people bought them, even though I just said a ton of us are. It's so gosh darn good. From the music in the anime, which is iconic, to the initial story itself, Initial D truly has a special place in my heart. And if you haven't tried Initial D yet, I recommend that you do. Okay, look at all, I'm so freaking happy. I'm kicking off July, like my birthday month, with this amazing haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been and will continue to make an effort to keep uploads a lot more consistent than what I have been this year. I did have some health problems at the beginning of the year. Those have been slowly wrapping themselves up. So you guys can expect a lot more uploads for the rest of the year and moving forward. If you guys really want to help support the channel, make sure that you did like today's video. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button so you know when I upload next. And now if you're looking for a video to watch after this, I recommend my most recent shopping vlog or reading vlog, which of course will be linked down below. Thank you once again to all of the Patreons that have been supporting the channel. It means more than you know. Vlogs are returning to the Patreon very, very soon, as well as all of the additional content that is over there. From the bottom of my heart, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one, okay? Bye, everyone!